What's up? My name is Michael Grant. I think a lot of people undervalue their life. What does that mean? First, let me get to it. This video is just gonna be a video of me talking. If you want to just put me down while you're cutting some onions up or you're doing the wash, do that. You're not gonna miss anything visually other than maybe some words that are gonna be in this area. A lot of people undervalue their life. What does that mean? I think a lot of us settle for, I'm gonna use like the word ordinary, and that just means like not that next level of status in life. I'm not, even financially, I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking about like that, you know, that feeling you get when you're like in high school and you're that guy in the baseball team, or that girl in the play, or that girl on the baseball team. I don't know. I'm very inclusive on this channel. That's that feeling that these people like let's say like Drake. Drake, when he walks into a room, he's that guy. And you go, damn, like I had that once. Or, you know, the people who like relive their like high school days all their life, or college days, or if you want to go back, maybe you're the kid who lives their grammar school days. I don't know, maybe that person in pre-K. But maybe that's who you were. And you could still get there. I know that, no, I'm kidding. I think that a lot of people end up kind of giving up once they leave like the traditional paths in life. I think for a lot of our lives, let me take a little water break. A lot of our lives, we're kind of just told like the only way we can get to that level of, I don't know, like fulfillment is through like if you're an athlete, or now it's kind of like this like rapping or music, if you want to say music or producing, whatever. But you get to that and that's about it. But why can't it be more? Why can't you be I don't know, work your way into acting, work your way into content creation, work your way into all these things? And I get it, because a lot of people you want to be a clothing designer. I don't know. I think a lot of people kind of shit on the idea, especially if you come from like a normal area, which is like not, Will Smith's not your dad. That's what we're going to classify as a normal area. But if you come from these areas, it's kind of like looked down upon or frowned upon because it's unnormal to an extent. Like you're deviating off the standard path. And like when let's say you do end up getting to that level of, I don't know, let's say you're the next Gucci designer. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're the next like person, you're there. Everyone's gonna be like, I knew that they were that person, but like all along those paths, they were also shitting on you. And it's like, why? It's because it's so easy to like look down on others who are chasing their dream. But that's the thing that I don't think a lot of people like realize is, why not chase your dream? Let's say you want to make video game content and you want to be the best Twitch streamer and whatever YouTuber and everything like that, and you put 100% of your effort into it. Like you're doing everything you possibly can, not just saying like you are, but like you post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're streaming the other days. You're posting clips on TikTok, YouTube Shorts. You're trying to promote on Twitter, Instagram, trying to get collabs with people. And you're doing all of this and it doesn't work. And you go, okay, like that sucks. But you've been doing that for 10 years and you have 45 subscribers and it's just not working for you. That's okay. Because how many people truly go, damn, I wasted my life following my dream, or I really wish I didn't follow my dream. You hear the inverse when people on their deathbeds, they go, I wish I traveled more. I wish I like had spent more time with my family. I wish I was able to do what I loved and everything like that. And it's like, why not take those chances when we're a little bit younger and don't have regret? People don't regret doing what they want to do. Even if it doesn't, you know, your end goal doesn't come out with what you want, but then you get two things from that. You don't get that regret and that resentment for your rest of your life with like other things in your life. Like let's say you want to be the ball boy for the Yankees all your life, and you're 21 and that's perfect ball boy age. I'm just talking, but it's perfect ball boy age, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna get a job in finance. No matter how much maybe you're like, oh, this job's not bad, but in the back of your mind you're always gonna have resentment towards that because you wish you took that shot at becoming a ball boy. You know, we should be able to like take what I said there and then apply it to whatever you want to apply it to, but you get the general gist. But that's really the number one thing, is that people don't regret like following their goals and dreams in life. Unless like your goals and dreams are something stupid, like you want to lick cement. Don't do that, please. And don't be like, I follow that video. Please don't do that. Number 2 is when you look at like people who really attempt to follow their goals and they go, okay, this is like what I want to do. I want to go into YouTube. Let's say we're going to go into YouTube 100%. You want to be a food reviewer, okay? But then that means you got to put 110% of that effort into being a food reviewer. There's no like, oh, I do it sometimes. You can do it sometimes. I'm not saying that you can't do that. But if you want that to be your goal and your dream in life, you have to, and then you get upset that it's not happening. And if you're not putting 110% in, then you can't get upset about it. You don't look at the kids in high school who are training before school, after school. They're constantly watching film, getting better, weight room, eating well, getting enough sleep, getting enough water. And then you don't see those kids that put in, let's say, 5 or 6 hours of effort a day, and then they get to their senior year and they're like, oh, nothing happens from that. No, because they get better and they get to that next goal, whether it's, I think for basketball you have to go to college now, or maybe not, whatever, tangent. But you don't see those kids who put those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of extra hours into it not get to that next level, because those people end up like achieving like success. So you have to take that mentality and put into other different like aspects. If you want to do acting, you can't go and say, oh, I want to be an actor, and then you don't put the time into training in the mirror, going over lines, going over, I don't know what it takes to be an actor. Oh, I don't know all the nuances, but let's say you're not able to do that, then it's like, okay, why are you not putting in that time? And you can't be like, oh, it's hard out here. And don't get me wrong, life is a little hard, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be as much fun, right? Like, you ever like get something good in life and then it's like, damn, that feels good. It's because there is hard times to it. But you can't complain about it if you're not putting in every single, like, all of this effort into it. Mind you, some people might get it easier. Some people might post one TikTok, it blows up, and now they're famous. But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about other people, we're talking about you. So you can't complain that other people didn't get their, like, didn't have to pay their dues, but you do. Because at the end of the day, you're still the person that has to do the training or whatever it is. So, and, excuse me, sip of water. Refreshing. But if you truly want these things in life, you really have to go out there and get them. And I think something that's super interesting, and this is going to come from a very interesting point, but like, you look at famous people's kids. Why is it that they tend to continue to be somewhat successful if they apply themselves a little bit? It's because they're told all their life to go do something big. Or if, like, and I get there's the nepotism and like they're this person's kid, and I get that part too, and it's a little harder for us normal people. Or if you tell a kid their whole life that they're bad at school, then they tend to kind of follow along those lines and into those guidelines that you place for them. So it's like, we're kind of told not to really follow our dreams, even if it is, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say like your parents are very supportive of everything, you know, and you're like, oh, like, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to work at NASA. That's a very, I'm going to change that. I want to go to Harvard. That is a very attainable goal, even though it's what, 0.1% or what, I don't know what the acceptance rate is, maybe 5. I have no clue. Whatever like that like percentage of acceptance rate is, that seems attainable. Yet if you go, I want to be a actor, that is somehow more unattainable, even though maybe statistically the percentage is better. And I think there's a lot more different avenues to try to get to that. It's looked down upon, and I just think that's so interesting, because we look at these more ordinary life paths as like, oh, that's attainable. Yet when we look at like something that's more like extravagant in theory, we kind of talk shit about it. So all I'm trying to say is that I truly think we are wasting the potential we have in our life, and we're underselling yourself. So go out there, leave a comment, maybe I can help talk you up. And if you disagree with me, maybe you give me some points that I can reflect on myself. But I would love if you just subscribe, like, check out my other content, and I hope this all helps. See you guys.